Hi. Normally, the divorce of unbelievers doesn't concern me a whole lot, but I think we can learn a lot through the divorce of Tom Brady and his wife, Gisele. And I've copied a couple of articles off to give you just some more added information from their own mouths of what they've said. So Tom Brady, in an interview, I don't know how many years ago, he said that Gisele, his wife, is a witch. Brady noted that Gisele makes an altar for him at every game. And then Tom Brady said, I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes and says all these mantras. So she's practicing witchcraft, absolutely. And he said he stopped questioning a long time ago. I just shut up and listen. So he just was doing whatever she wanted him to do. So, and then he predicted that he would lose one Super Bowl, and he did. And then she predicted he would win the next one, and he did. So he said after the Patriots went over the Rams in Super Bowl, whatever, Gisele let Brady know how lucky he was to marry a witch. So she claimed to be a witch, and he then the article ends this way. If any NFL quarterbacks are reading, you know now the secret to Brady's success. You just need to find a good witch and marry her. Okay? And I want you all to know that witches are satanic. We are warned in God's word to have nothing to do with witchcraft. You're playing with fire, you're dealing with the devil. Those mantras that she's saying over him are from Satan. Have nothing to do with witches. Read no books with witches in them. Watch no movies with witches. Don't have anything to do with witches. So we find out she was a witch. Feminism leads. I have to scratch my nose. So itchy, sorry about that. Feminism leads directly to witchcraft. And then in another article that it sounds like this article was written when it was this was actually written September 14th, 2022. She said that she's done her part in the marriage. I've done my part, which is to be there for Tom. I moved to Boston and I focused on creating a cocoon and a loving environment for my children to grow up in and to be there supporting him and his dreams. So she sounds like she was a great wife and mother. She gave up her career to support him. Seeing my children succeed and become the beautiful little humans that they are, seeing him succeed and being fulfilled in his career, it makes me happy. At this point in my life, I feel like I've done a good job on that. I have a huge list, however, of things that I want to do, she added. And there was another article that I'd seen that she had said that she definitely wanted him to quit football. She felt like it's her time now. It's her turn. She's had enough of being a wife and mother at home. It's her time to fulfill her dreams. So she was very, very upset that he went back to football for this last season. And that upsetness, it sounds like, turned to bitterness. And that bitterness turned to destroying her family and the lives of her children. We know that up to 80% of women are filing for divorce, and it's often because they're not happy. So she was no longer happy at home, making a loving cocoon for her family. She decided that it's her turn. She wants to go out and model naked or whatever she does. So she's willing to destroy her family over that. So I share this on my Facebook page, warning men not to marry witches. Feminism is a direct path to witchcraft. And the majority of women are feminists, even Christian women. Someone said, well, godly men don't marry witches. Why are you sharing this? Well, a lot of godly men do marry feminists. And feminists are me-oriented, self-oriented. It's all about me-oriented. They don't know anything about living a sacrificial life for their husbands, for their children, and for the Lord. They don't understand sacrificing, quote, their dreams and whatever for their families, for the sakes of their children. So here she is, a witch. Both of them, he calls her a witch, she calls herself a witch. And she's done her part. She's over it. So she's divorcing her husband. And it's her turn. She's destroying the lives of her children. Her lives, at least when her husband, do I think that he should have, sorry, I switched thoughts there. But do I think that he should have stopped, stayed out of retirement? And no, because it's his, he's the man. He gets to decide how he wants. He wasn't being abusive or anything. He decided he wasn't ready to give up football yet. He was still a good football player. He wanted to play football. Yeah, he had lots of money, but he loved playing football. That's, some men love their careers and don't want to give it up for a long time. There's nothing wrong with that. God calls men to careers. Should he have given up? I don't know, maybe, but a wife shouldn't divorce her husband because he wants to keep working longer than she wants him to, or more than she wants him to. Husbands aren't supposed to submit and obey their wives. So there was no abuse going on. It doesn't sound like there was any adultery going around. She's just like most of the 80% of women who are simply initiating divorce because they are unhappy. They want out. They're sick of being a wife and a mother and a homemaker, and they want to fulfill their own dreams. But guess what? Those dreams are going to end up ashes in their hands. She's going to end up, who knows, with more men, children's lives who are ruined. So it's just really a heartbreaking tale. So I want to warn men not to marry witches. Don't marry feminists. And women, don't dabble in feminism or witchcraft. Flee witchcraft. Flee feminism. Be in God's word. Learn God's will for your life, because it's beautiful. I've been married almost 42 years. I have 15 grandchildren. I spend almost every day of the week with my grandkids. And it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life that God's created for us. I'm growing old with the husband of my youth. It's a huge blessing. God's ways are so good. Don't give up when the going gets tough. Just hang in there. Remind yourself God's grace is sufficient. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Bye-bye.